go today? Me too. Let's welcome our first contestant, a professor from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Mark Lashley in the house.
All right,
How you doing?
thank you. I'm doing good. Doing
You
good.
ready to go today?
I am ready to win $1 million.
You're about to face 14 questions. The money value is growing from $500 all the way up to $1 million. You got some free lifelines. They are there if you need them. So let's get to your game and let's play. Who wants to be a millionaire? It all starts with your $500 question. Good luck. Here we go.
Thank you.
According to legend, a tourist in Rome will return to the Eternal City someday if they throw what over their shoulder into the Trevi Fountain? A coin, their smartphone, a professional wrestler, or a Mini Cooper?
Well, I've been to Rome on our honeymoon. My wife and I went to Rome. Actually, when we got engaged, we went to Rome. It was even before our honeymoon. And I know that fountain is full of coins, and it makes a lot more sense than some of the other options up there. So I'm going to go with a coin, final answer.
Of course, that's right. And that's $500. And this is $1,000. In 2017, in honor of the National Spelling Bee, Google did an unscientific search for each state's most misspelled word. In Wisconsin, ironically, it was what? Appoggiatura, Wursprache, Xanthosis, or Wisconsin?
I actually read this somewhere and had the same reaction I think a lot of people did. I'm pretty sure that because this is a very ironic response, but the answer is D, Wisconsin. Final answer.
I'm sorry, Wisconsin, that is true. Sad but true. And that's $1,000 to you. Here's a $2,000 question. Because its seeds are too large for most mammals to carry and spread around the globe, some biologists are puzzled as to why which of these still exist. Avocados, pineapples, watermelons, or grapes?
And this is not really jumping. It's not a response here that's really jumping out to me. Avocados have a big pit, but I'm not sure if that's a seed. I really hate to do it this early, but I'm going to go ahead and ask the audience.
All right, okay, got to stay in the game. Final. All right, audience, help us out here. Pick up those keypads, enter your votes now. Let's take a look. I have a weird, sneaky feeling.
Yeah.
79% say it's A, avocados, what you mentioned.
I have that sneaky feeling too. I'll go with A, avocados, final answer.
But 11% said pineapples, and I'll see you after the show. You're right.
Thanks. Thank you, everybody.
You got to 2,000. Again, most important thing, stay in the game. Now you get to look at a $3,000 question.
Absolutely.
Which nickname refers to both the starting lineup of the fabled 1991-92 Michigan Wolverines basketball team and the stars of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy? Terrific 3, Fantastic 4, Fab 5, Super 6.
Okay, great. I happen to remember both the show and the team. It also helps that there's 5 players on a basketball team, so I'm pretty sure that the correct answer is going to be C, Fab 5. Final.
Before we reveal the answer, I'm going to call a quick timeout. What? Oh, we don't have one. Sorry, we don't have a timeout. You're right.
Okay.
Is that too soon? Too soon?
Sorry.
My apologies to Chris Webber. It was too easy. Next stop, $5,000.
All right, it's a big one.
First threshold you can get to. What pop star has reportedly posted no trespassing signs around her Rhode Island mansion that jokingly warned, "I knew you were trouble when you walked in"? Pink, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, or Meghan Trainor?
Pop star. No trespassing signs. Knew you were trouble when you walked in. I really wish I had that ask the audience right now.
Well, you still have 2 other lifelines, 50-50
lifelines.
plus 1.
I'm going to go ahead and use that 50-50.
Okay, final.
Final.
All right, I'll take away 2 incorrect answers. Hopefully that'll help you out a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with my gut here. B, Taylor Swift.
That's straight from her song lyrics. There you go, it's T Swift. Well done. Hey, you got to that threshold. $1 is safe. We're going to add to it when we come back. Welcome back to Millionaire. Mark Lashley had to use a couple lifelines, but he got there, and he's at $5,000. You reached that threshold?
Yes.
So that money is safe, and you still have your +1. I believe your wife's with you as your +1.
She is.
So she's behind you if you need her along the way. Now all we can do is add to that $5 grand. So let's do it.
Sounds like a good idea.
Let's play. Who wants to be a millionaire? $7,000 is the next question. After he drank copious amounts of whiskey that morning, what vice president's rambling speech at Lincoln's 1865 inauguration ceremony had to be cut short? Henry Clay, Zachary Taylor, Rutherford B. Hayes, or Andrew Johnson?
Okay, Andrew Johnson was Lincoln's vice president. So the only thing here is if perhaps somebody else had spoken, but nothing else here is logical. D, Andrew Johnson, final answer.
You got it right.
All right.
You got it.
Okay.
$7,000. Well done. Now you get a look at a $10,000 question right here. In Brazil, the Portuguese word for turkey is coincidentally spelled exactly the same as what country that borders Brazil? Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Panama.
Okay. Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Panama. Okay. This is where a little bit of extra geography studying might have helped me out. So many countries border Brazil that it's hard to rule some things out. I can rule out Panama for sure. Panama's at sort of the other end. Chile, I think, shares a border with Brazil. Portuguese word for turkey. That's where I'm kind of getting at.
Still have your last +1 behind you.
+1, and she was a Spanish teacher for a little while, so maybe that shares some similarities between Portuguese. Again, I don't want to use my last lifeline so early, but I'd like to get $10,000.
Yeah.
So can I go ahead and bring Laura up? +1?
It's up to you.
I'm going to go ahead and say that's my final decision for now.
All right, Laura, come on up. How you doing?
Welcome.
All right, can you help us out here?
Well, Spanish is a different language from Portuguese.
I
just like to point that out
Yes.
to everybody.
But you're a language person, so maybe you can help me out here.
All right.
And maybe you know some better geography than I know, too.
Well, I know that Chile does border Brazil.
Okay.
I know that. I can see it in my head. I believe that Peru has a corner of Brazil, too.
Right.
I agree. You can rule out Panama.
Okay.
And my talking should let you know that I don't know the answer right off the bat.
Well,
I'm trying to help you think this through.
Well, I also know Ecuador is, a word that I just can't find a word that would mean turkey.
I
being
know,
there.
because Ecuador is right on the equator, right?
Right,
So I
it
would
is.
think that would be what maybe that route's about.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Oh,
I think that's
okay.
smart.
Peru, I will say that's nothing like any Spanish
word
word
for
I
turkey
know.
that you would know.
And Spanish and Portuguese are somewhat similar. So
Right.
I would think maybe, Chile, there's words in Spanish for Chile as well, right? So I would think Peru might be the best guess.
I think Peru feels like the best guess.
Maybe
And
there are a lot of turkeys there.
You're risking
We don't know.
$2,000.
Risking
at this point.
$2,000.
So risk reward
Yeah.
wise,
So risk reward wise,
place
you're
for a
right.
gamble.
I think it's a good place for a gamble.
all the lifelines are gone.
Brazil, the Portuguese word for turkey. I think. Would you be happy if I went with B here?
Yeah,
Do you feel comfortable?
I think so.
Risking the $2,000?
I mean,
Well, all right. I say we do it.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna say B, Peru, final answer.
I'm gonna say, you guys got it right.
Oh.
Y'all figured it out. Way to go. You're still alive. $10,000. We're gonna take a timeout. When we come back, we'll see if we can double that money. Welcome back to Millionaire, here with Mark Lashley, playing a good game. Just got to $10,000, that halfway mark to $1 million.
That's good. That's good.
Your wife was just up here.
She was.
So you guys have a little something to celebrate right now.
Yeah, we have a baby coming in about 5 months, a baby boy.
Congratulations.
And so we're very excited about that.
How much money do you have to make before you can guarantee me his name will be Christopher?
We'll see. That's my middle name, so it's not out of the realm of
So it's something we can all agree on.
Right.
I mean, 10,000 is not chump change.
No, 10,000.
So you guys got to start saving up for the diapers, the formula, the college. You need more than 10,000.
That's right.
All right, well, let's get back to work then.
All right, let's do it.
Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? $20,000. Next question. Though Hamlet comes in first overall, what As You Like It character has the most individual lines of any female character in a Shakespeare play? Desdemona, Helena, Portia, Rosalind.
Okay. Another area where I wish I'd have looked at a little more stuff on the internet before I came in here. Shakespeare's, outside of the plays that I've read of Shakespeare, I'm not a very great Shakespeare scholar, I guess you'd say. Portia, I kind of feel like is from a different play. I recognize that. My gut feeling here would be Desdemona. I don't know why. I've definitely never read As You Like It. Rosalind, I'm trying to place that. Helena. Yeah, I mean, these are names that sound great. I'm sure they're lovely characters in all of their plays.
They could be baby names.
They could be. We're having a boy, so I don't know if any of these would work. Although,
no lifelines, unfortunately.
no lifelines.
You are at 10,000. That is yours to always walk away with. Risking half your money, risking five, you would leave with 5.
You picked a good one for me here.
$20,000, not chump change.
Oh, I know.
You gotta have a good question.
It's gotta be questioned. So I'm at
$10,000. Yep, that's yours to walk away with.
I would go to 5.
Yep, or you'd give up 5.
Give up.
I know the bank looks better at 5 figures.
It does. It's true. That is a good point. I told myself I wasn't really going to gamble unless I had a pretty good idea, and unfortunately, I had some ones that stumped me a little bit early and lost the lifeline. So, Desdemona, Helena, Portia, Rosalind. $10,000. This is tough. All right. So,
Gotta make a call.
gotta make a call. I'm gonna go ahead and take my $10,000.
Final?
Final.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Were you on to anything?
What's that?
Were you on to anything?
I mean, my guess would have been A.
D. Rosalind
Okay.
is who it was.
So
you're
glad.
walking out of here with
So
$10,000. Hey, best of luck to you and your wife.
Thank you.
All right, head on up. Hopefully 10,000 will help Mark and his wife. At least set up a nice baby's room there. Walking away with $10,000. Let's give away some more money. And let's welcome our next contestant from West Hollywood, California, Tim Caballero. What's up, Tim? How you doing?
Good.
Looking sharp.
Thank you.
Dapper Dan here. You ready to play?
I'm so ready to play.
All right, you're about to face 14 questions. The money value's grown from 500 all the way up to that 1 million.
All right.
You got your 3 lifelines are there if you need them. So let's play. Who wants to be a millionaire? All right, Tim, we start you off with your $500 question. Good luck. Here we go.
Thanks.
As puppies, Dalmatians are typically born without what signature Dalmatian feature? Sunglasses, hiking boots, spots, or short shorts?
This is a toughie, but I have a feeling the answer is C. Final answer.
I think you're right. Yes. That's 500. Here's a $1,000 question. A study by George Washington University found that older adults who stayed active by joining a choir enjoyed all but which of the following benefits? They were in better health, they were less lonely, they had fewer falls, they developed X-ray vision.
Well, I'm hoping it's not the last one because then you'd have a lot of old perverts who were formerly in choirs. So I'm going to go with D, final answer.
You got it. And I will reserve my comment. That's $1,000. All right, $2,000 question right here. Opuntia ficus indica is the scientific name of the cactus-borne fruit more commonly known by what ill-tempered name? Prickly pear, cranky coconut, testy tangerine, crotchety cranberry.
I mean, cranky coconut sounds delicious. I could use a cranky coconut drink right now, maybe, but I'm gonna go with a prickly pear, final answer.
You got it, and that's $2,000. All right, Tim, you're off to a good start. We'll come back, we'll try and get to that $5,000 threshold with Tim. A classic roll of Lifesavers has how many flavors? 3, 4, 5, or 6? Stay tuned for the answer. The question was 5. Welcome back to Millionaire. Tim Cavallero. We're just getting into his game. We're 3 questions in. You've played well so far. Just $2,000 in the bank. We got to at least get to that $5,000 threshold.
Absolutely.
So let's do it. Let's get back to it and let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? $3,000 question is next. Though often assumed to have a connection to author Mary Shelley, what town was actually named after a man who donated land for a church there? Frankenstein, Missouri, Dracula, Montana, Werewolf, Massachusetts, or Mummy, Michigan?
Okay, so I know that Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein, and so I think A would make the most sense. So I'm gonna lock that in as my final answer, A.
That does make the most sense. You got it. That's $3,000. All right, $5,000 threshold question is right here. Which of these is neither a Japanese watch company, nor a Michael Moore documentary about healthcare, nor Vanzetti's partner in crime? Sicko, Psycho, Sacco, Seiko.
Okay, let's work through this one. So the Japanese watch company would be Seiko, so it's not that. I know Michael Moore's documentary was called Sicko, so it's not A. And Vanzetti's partner in crime was Sacco. So I'm gonna lock in B as my final answer.
Psycho. You got it. Well done, that's $5,000. And that is the end of our show, but you're gonna come back and play more Millionaire next time. And hopefully you'll come join us. For everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm Chris Harrison. We'll see you next time.